Leading our for Xicana Boxing here with Sammy Contreras. Sammy, have a super lightweight fight coming up on November 21st, Thunder Studios. It's your fourth fight. Are the nerves gone, or are you still feeling a little nervous?
No, I mean, there's always nerves. There's always a little nerves, but I feel like once you start getting closer to the fight, they go away. You know, they float away like butterflies. That's what I always feel like. Right when I step in the ring, they're gone. So,
you were recently at Wild Card. Talk to us about any sparring that you might have there that kind of got you a little bit more pumped, where you're like, you know what, if I got this quality of sparring, I can take on anybody.
Yeah, I was in Wild Card. I was doing a Manny Pacquiao sparring partner. So I was in training camp for Manny Pacquiao. So I was in camp for Manny Pacquiao. So it was such a good experience for me. I learned a lot. He's a legend. So picked up a couple of little things from him.
Do you feel like he was going hard on you, or took it easy? How did you feel?
To be honest, I think he was going all out. Of course, he's a champ. He's work on certain things. But to be honest, it was just such a good experience.
You do have another fight coming up, like we mentioned. Do you know anything about your opponent, or is it kind of like you just show up and within a week or how is that process of not knowing who you're fighting and preparing anyway?
No, I actually know a little bit about this opponent, not too much, but I have a similar stance how he fights and how his strategy is. So yeah, and I get that sometimes. I think it was my first fight. I didn't really know much because there was no footage, so it kind of makes it a little hard. But no, for this one, I do have a little bit of footage of the fighter, so makes it a little bit better for a good strategy.
Talk to us about where you're from and any support that you have, whether from your family or your team. Is it like more family based? Like where are you from?
Well, I live in Palmdale, California, but I was born and raised here in LA. In the White Memorial.
Yeah.
The White Memorial. So yeah, I have family, friends, LA and Palmdale, both, and I get great support from both.
So they got no reason not to show up on November 21st, right? Thunder Studios. We were looking at all your sponsors while you were doing your media workout. Did we see Viva Mexico Cabrones on you? I might say that's one of my little favorite drinks. How'd that come about?
Okay, first VMC.
We're asking you all the Lord.
VMC's. I don't drink, but I had the connection with my dad. He was Canelo Alvarez's brother's manager, so yeah, I got the connection from there. So yeah, now we have VMC, a good sponsor. So shout out to them too. And the rest of them,
give a shout to the rest too.
Family, friends too. My uncle's
the
companies.
Fortune Gym, I know too. Oh, electrical if you need any AC.
So, Fortune Gym. Justin is my strength and conditioning coach.
I've been there.
Yeah, Nivel 12 is a restaurant in El Salvador.
Ooh.
Yeah, restaurant like next to the stadium.
See, we did see that you were in El Salvador también.
Yeah.
What was that about? Did you go for like a fight or to train?
Yeah, I fought out there. I did my third fight out there. So yeah, I did it out there it was on the Toro Promotions card. Yeah, I did it on that one. It was Top Break let me fight on that one, but it was kind of like a collab.
You kind of like this one, right?
Yeah, kind of like this one. Yes, exactly like this one. So yeah, I fought on that one, and I mean, it was a fast fight, 40 seconds, but
you don't get paid overtime.
We don't get overpaid overtime. So, but it was a good experience out there too. It's always love out there.
What do you prefer? Because I know there's a lot of bigger venues, or there's like venues kind of like the one that you're fighting with on November 21st. You can hear everybody yelling at you, right? But like, oh, dale,
yeah.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer kind of a more bigger venue where you're not necessarily hearing everything? Do you even hear anything? Because I know
no. I think that's one of my problems. Some of my dads be yelling at me in the corner, and it's like, hey, you're not doing something. I'm like, I don't hear nothing. I'm too focused on the fight,
But that's kind of good because Theo's yelling
exactly. Exactly. So no, when I'm in the fight, I'm like just locked in. I really don't hear a sound.
Tell us about you coming into your 3 fights in. Do you feel like you're coming into your style? How would you describe your style? And is there any punch where you're like, that's gonna be my signature punch?
For me, it's my left hook. I think it's my left hook. My favorite fighter is Oscar De La Hoya.
I'll be looking at that now.
So yeah, my favorite fighter is Oscar De La Hoya, and the stance I feel like I always had the stance as him. On my toes, boxing. So that's the type of fighter I am.
Do you want to be kind of like in the same as Oscar with competition too, right? Because he fought everyone, didn't care if he won or lose. But nowadays, you kind of do have to protect your O because promoters it and the people talk, right?
Right.
How's that mentality changing, especially because you're just starting? Have you seen like kind of how fans quickly switch up with other boxers And does it scare you maybe? Because, you know, Canelo was like the best one. Everybody loved them. Well, not everybody. But a lot of the people that love them now were like, oh, he lost. He's never been all that. Do you kind of think of it like, dang, like fans are a little hit or
Yeah, I
miss?
feel like some fans make the fight, you know. Some fans make the fight, and I think it's good for the sport too, because sometimes you gotta give the fans what they want, you know. You gotta give the fans what they want, and when I'm in that opportunity, in that position, I'm ready. I'll fight anybody, you know. I'll fight anybody. Boxing's here to you want to be the best, so I'm ready for that.
Are you looking to get a knockout on Friday, or is it more of like knockout comes if I, you know, play my cards right and set it up properly?
Oh, of course, I feel a knockout is a must, but we're gonna stick to our game plan, our strategy, and we're gonna go in there and do our plan.
Are you excited for actually finally being able to eat? Maybe some Thanksgiving dinner, like, because we got tacos right here and you can't have any. So is that hard? Is that part at least, you know, something that you're looking forward to, or it's harder for you to be like, can you eat?
No, I've always been strict with myself. I'm always on weight. Yeah, I'm always on weight. I've always been strict with myself on weight. And if I could have a taco right now, I could. But, you know, I choose not to. I choose not to. I'm good.
I'm going to have that extra taco that you're not having.
Have two for me. But no, I've always been on weight, discipline with myself. So that's a big thing, a big role. But yeah, I feel good.
Let the fans know where they can follow you and to tune in November 21st.
You guys can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Sammy Contreras, and tune in November 21st, Friday, here at Thunder Studios.
Viva México, cabrones.